The NBA Cup quarterfinals are going to be north of the border tonight as the Knicks face the Raptors. Toronto had a blazing start to the season, but they've come back down to earth a little bit. But they will look toward Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, both averaging over 20 a game here for the Raptors. And then for New York, Jalen Brunson, he's been heating up recently. He's averaging almost 30 points a game in his last three. By the way, all of those were Knicks wins. So joining us now is our reporter in Toronto, Vincent Goodwill. So the Knicks, they currently have the third-ranked offense in the NBA, but Karl Anthony Towns, his status still up in the air here, Vinny. How are they looking ahead of this matchup against the Raptors?
Well, one of the reasons, not just for the Raptors, but throughout the season, Malika, is how do we get offense initiated besides Jalen Brunson? Enter Mikal Bridges. So far this season, averaging nearly 5 assists a game. We talked to him about the other night, and he said, you know what? I've watched Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul and Devin Booker navigate offenses. It's always been something I want to do, and now he's getting the opportunity to initiate offense and make that offense a lot more dynamic with or without Karl Towns.
So do we know yet what the decision will be, Vinny, for Karl Anthony Towns in this game? What are the Knicks weighing here?
Well, I think they're weighing with the left calf tightness. That's always one of those tricky injuries that you wind up hearing about because you don't want it to turn into something else. He's a game time decision. I tend to believe it's not going to be something that is lingering or long lasting. In the meantime, Mitchell Robinson, who the Knicks have been waiting on for such a long time throughout the course of his career to be that impactful player night after night, health-wise and everything else. He played 25 minutes the other night, and that's a huge thing. It does not seem like a big thing, but they've tried to keep him in that 15 to 18-minute range. The fact that they played him 25 minutes against the Orlando Magic shows that they're ramping him up, shows that his conditioning is getting there, and sooner or later, we're going to have to actually see if Towns and Mitchell Robinson and Brunson and all these guys are championship caliber the way that they've been sold from the moment that they hired Mike Brown this offseason.
Okay, so for now, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not Karl Anthony Towns will be on the floor tonight for the New York Knicks. Vincent Goodwill, thank you so much for your time. Let's send it over to the floor, to the court, though, with my good sis Janae Agumake and Monica McNutt.
Oh, yes, we are rolling deep today because just like my good sis is working courtside in Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks, they're sitting pretty right now, just like you. Second in the East behind an improved offense. Now, what has been the change? I know you know this, but not the rest of America. It's been player movement. Pace is how fast you play, right, guys? But this is different. The Knicks last year were 26 when it comes to movement on offense. This year, they're in the top 10. And I have a perfect song for that, and I believe it's also a perfect time to go into this with a little bit of court vision. When I move, you move. And just like that, the New York Knicks have a top 3 offense in the NBA. And this is a perfect play to show you why. It's because of player movement. I want you guys to check it out from my point of view. Beautiful movement on the backside. Watch Jalen Brunson drift over to the corner. Beautiful pass by Mikal Bridges. This is where 2 important things happen. 1, Jalen Brunson, of course, is going to get into his bag. But 2, Karl Anthony Towns is going to draw multiple defenders into the paint. That forces a decision to be made on the backside by Derek White. Am I going to stay home and guard Mikal Bridges, or I'm going to go out there and guard, well, Bridges shoots 47% from corner 3, so he stays home. Beautiful pass, from good to great possession. Josh Hart knocks it down. That is the difference from last year to this year. They are not stagnant. The New York Knicks are in motion. All right, it's time to get back to the breakdown. So, Monica, I crunched the numbers, and obviously we went to a whole different dimension.
Yep.
Am I telling the truth?
You're telling the truth.
Okay.
You're preaching a little bit, and I will tell you that, too. Now, I would just add to that. Part of what you're saying in terms of player movement is the focusing on what Mike Brown calls sprays to get to three-point opportunities. So here's the movement you're talking about. You got screen, you got different folks initiating the offense. Jalen Brunson's usage is still up, but his opportunities in catch and shoot are also up as well, and his dribbles are actually down a little bit this season.
Amen.
Here's a corner 3. Knicks happen to lead the league in corner 3s with like 5.2 per game. Not to mention, that guy, Josh Hart, is shooting the ball crazy in the month of November. Something like 38% from the three-point line, so he's been rolling.
And what does Shanae always say, right? Styles, they make what, Shanae?
They make some fights, girl.
Yeah, they do, and that's something that we're going to be keeping an eye on here in this one, because as Monica knows, the Knicks are the 5th best three-point shooting team in the league by percentage, but Toronto, they hold teams to the 3rd lowest shooting percentage on 3. So that's something to keep an eye on. Exactly, in this cup matchup. This was just fun. In case you missed it, Jalen Brunson, of course, remember when he received 27 votes in the New York mayoral election back in November? Well, we finally got Brunson's concession. Not really, but here's his reaction.
I did see that.
Would you consider running for mayor ever again?
At this point in my life, no. I would not consider.
Did you have a platform or anything? Or, yeah?
I want to go down this route.
I'm just going to focus on a little bit of basketball.
I'm actually a little more surprised that I was only 27. You know, so maybe he should run, you know, when he retires, you know. Yeah, probably not, but, you know, it would be funny to see.
Mayor-elect Brunson.
That's
well, not
funny.
really. He wasn't elected. And the Knicks, they're going to host the Cavs at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then the Spurs, the Thunder, the Mavs, the Warriors, Rockets, the Lakers on Christmas Day. Of course, the nightcap is the Timberwolves and the Suns. 5 of the best gifts that anyone could ask for. Hey, to some NBA news now. The NBA fined Desmond Bane $35,000, right, for throwing a ball at OG Anunoby. He chucked it at him.
I didn't know if I
goofy.
could laugh.
We are not playing dodgeball.
What is you doing,
What are we doing?
And OG's like, did you see that?
He was
He's like,
going
bro,
for
what's
the
your problem?
out-of-bounds call, right? But he was already out of bounds.
100%. Like, not to mention, just catch the ball and go the other way.
Those things stay in your head. They don't come in real life.
Bane's a friend of the show. He did get a technical foul for that play, though. The Magic, they're going to get another shot. They visit the Heat tonight, a little Sunshine State rivalry game. And the winner goes to Vegas, baby. Paolo Banchero will lead the Magic. They're without Franz Wagner as he recovers from that high ankle sprain. But Bam Adebayo, he's looking to snap Miami's 3-game losing streak. Our Mark Spears caught up with Bam recently for Anscape.
Bam Adebayo was a 3-time NBA All-Star and an Olympic gold medalist. But now in his 9th season, a 28-year-old Adebayo can finally truly say he is the face of Heat culture.
I'm the one in the driver's seat. And obviously that's a big responsibility, it's a big ask, but if they didn't believe in me, they wouldn't put me in this seat.
Start our day off right. Come on, let's work. Shoot that, crash. Good week, boy.
You know, God has put me in this seat for a reason. You know, I've been patient being in this seat because there's been a lot of ups and downs.
Blocked at the rim by Adebayo.
The Heat stars in recent years have had different personalities. Jimmy Butler was a passionate leader and star who led the Heat to 2 finals. The Hall of Famer Wade was the most heralded player in Heat history. And Udonis Haslem defined Heat culture with 20 seasons in his native Miami. So what makes Bam, Bam?
I'm the more passionate leader. Like it's like you gotta come with the passion every day. Like every single day, we're in here to work, we're in there to do our job, and then we leave and go home. You know, we don't work a 9 to 5. That's one thing for me as a leader, I don't want it to feel like. We play basketball, we entertain, we go out there, we hoop, we have fun, we still gotta regain that kid love again.
Bam to Tyler, he'll step into a 3. Got it.
With Adebayo, sharpshooter Tyler Hero, and newcomer Norman Powell, the Heat's new OG has big dreams for his team.
Man, people gonna call us crazy, but I think we're a contender. Speaking stuff to existence, like that matters. Like manifesting things, that matters. Like being able to just dream about that, write it down, and keep looking at that, like, that goes a long way. I think we're a contender when we're fully healthy.
A win over Orlando on Tuesday will send the Heat to Las Vegas for the semis of the NBA Cup. Las Vegas is also the home of 4-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson, who just happens to be Bam's longtime girlfriend.
It's funny because our leadership roles are kind of the same.
Look at that block.
You know, everybody expects to hear our voices, but I feel like she gives herself grace a lot more than I do. You know, me, if something's not going right, I'm gonna beat my head in until 4 in the morning, trying to figure out what's wrong, what am I doing wrong, how do I fix it? And being with her, she's helped me give myself grace, kind of heal my mind a little bit, and then how do we conquer this?
That was so sweet. Don't you just love Bam and A'ja?
Yeah!
Look, this is the real slay queen of the show.
This came out today.
No,
A'ja
facts.
Wilson Times 2025 Athlete of the Year.
Yeah,
She won her 4th MVP. She was named Co-Defensive Player of the Year. Led the Aces to their 3rd title in the last 4 seasons. Shanae, I see now why you're doing the one-sleeve dressing.
I'm just trying to get like her.
This is an homage.
Too late for me.
To Asia. Hey, speaking of greatness, coming up, let's talk about LeBron. Rich Paul, he comments on his future and the Lakers ceiling in the West. He'll hear Paul's perspective next.